2:15. Do you know where your students are? I'm Louis Head. Here's my corresponding anchor, Logan Eady, to bring you the nightly news. Announcements. The Squire has officially transitioned to an online newspaper. It is an exciting change because now the Squire is accessible anywhere at any time. The website is www.squirenews.com. It is compatible with all mobile devices, to be sure to bookmark it on your phone. In addition to the article about the latest news, the website also contains a link to our Squire YouTube channel and Instagram. Follow us for the latest EHS news at EMHS Squire, where you can see the latest pictures of what's going on in journalism.
Oh yeah.
Logan?
In upcoming news, homecoming is the weekend of October 2nd. Homecoming pep assembly will be on Wednesday, September 30th at 2:15 on the football field. Students will be called over by the PA system, then escorted by their teachers to the football field, bleachers, and seated immediately. The homecoming game will be Friday night, and homecoming dance will be Saturday. Bonfire is Wednesday at 6.
Make sure you get your dates all wrapped up by that date, so you got a nice, so you can have a nice night with pretty little lady. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You got yourself a date, Logan?
No.
Not yet.
No, do you?
Yes, I have a few guys lined up. I'm not sure who I want to ask yet, but that'll be exciting. Late bus information. The late bus is back. That's a big change for Eisenhower right there.
Yeah.
There will be a late bus at Eisenhower Middle High School picking up students at 5:45 p.m. in front of the school nightly. The bus will drop students off at Russell United Methodist Church, Lander Auction House, Sugar Grove Elementary School, Chandler's Valley Trailer Park, and the corner of Route 957 Center and Hutley Road. That's exciting.
Oh yeah.
I don't have to drive my Jeep to school anymore. Save me some gas, you know?
Yeah, I don't think you can make it.
Good one. He drives a Jetta.
Yeah. All juniors interested in being a class officer need to turn in paragraphs of interest to Mrs. Jonkis in G107 by Friday, September 18th at 3:07. SAD Club will be selling jerky again. The cost is $1 each. See any SAD member or officers Alan Jackson, Megan Loophole, or Christine Kizminski, or if you just want to go to Mr. Shots and buy them, go ahead and do that.
Probably the best jerky known to man right there.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, good jerky.
Oh, here we go. Mrs. Howe ruins our morning announcements. We were doing so well.
It was one day.
Back after we were rudely interrupted by Miss Howe.
The lovely Miss Howe.
Other news, students are only permitted to remain after school for immediate academic assistance or sports practices occurring shortly after the end of the school day. Students are not permitted to remain at school following the regular school day waiting to attend evening sporting events. These students must go home at 3:10 and return from home to the evening events. We don't have a bunch of hoodlums running around our school, you know?
Oh, yeah.
Trying to keep it clean.
Well, I guess right now we're going to sports with Jake Harvey and me, so I'll kick you out there.
Morning, I'm Jake Harvey, Logan Eady. We're here at the W-IKE News Studio, bringing you sports.
Sports. Well, in sports news, the Eisenhower soccer team's off to a solid start of 2-0 under new coach Greg Van Ord. Jake, what do you think of the new coach?
I like him. Got to remember your cross-country cleats. We run a lot.
Yeah.
We run a lot, but we're winning. I'm not complaining.
Yeah, off to a strong start. And how's football looking?
Football team did good. They are 1-1. Week 1 wasn't the best, but week 2, 63-3. There's a fight. I'm here with Coach Penley, the coach of the football team. Coach, what was your take on the game Friday?
You know what? Our guys came out and did a great job. They dominated from the very beginning. We were strong physically up front, and they did exactly what we were hoping they were going to do.
What are your opinions on the brawl there?
You know, I think that was a little silly, to be quite honest, on their part. Our guys were playing hard-nosed, and we were playing football the way you're supposed to, and they got upset about it, and they took it out on a player, and you really should never do that in high school sports.
Mike won. So that's all that matters. What were the biggest strengths and weaknesses of the game?
Up front, we were dominant physically, and we tackled soundly, and obviously, you know, we forced a bunch of turnovers, and we were a lot better on special teams than they were.
Now the real question, do you think that you could beat Youngsville coach John Victor in a fist fight?
You know, I'd like to think that, I got a good reach. You know, he's a lot shorter than I am, so I think that if it was a legitimate match, we wouldn't want to call it a fight. We want to call it a legitimate boxing match. You know, I think clean boxing match. I think I got the reach.
All right. Thank you for your time.
Absolutely, anytime.
So yeah, I'd say Coach Victor doesn't stand a chance against Coach Penley.
No way.
1-2 combo coming at you.
All day long.
Coming from the WIKE News Studio, Sports News signing off saying, stay classy.
Eisenhower.
Thanks, Harv, for that great segment. Yearbooks are available for online order now. They're $50 now through October 14th, so make sure you get those orders wrapped up. News from Guidance: senior athletes who show leadership to Heisman High School from Wendy's online application directions are available in the Guidance office. Must apply by October 2nd. College rep visits are lined up. We got 3 colleges coming, Edinburgh, Gannon, and PA of Technology. So make sure you sign up in advance for those in the Guidance office. Logan?
Now apparently we're going to another segment, the Gab.
We are here with Mr. Martin to discuss the geothermal heating and cooling system. How does the geothermal system work?
First, good morning, ladies. And you can tell it's working this morning. It's about 70 degrees in my office. It's climate controlled throughout the front wing of the school, nurse's office, front office, my office. They've buried water lines underneath the building, and as the weather gets warm, then the water is cool underground at 50 degrees. Then they pump it back through the system, act as air conditioning. In the winter, then it's still at 50 degrees when it's 20 below, like last winter for how many months, and then they pump that water back through and it warms up the building. Very cost effective. Unfortunately, it's only this portion of the building. It would be nice to have it in the rest of the building too.
Do you have any doubt that the heating system will work this winter?
Guarantee the heating system is going to work. $23 million renovation to the building. There are heating units in each of the classrooms throughout the entire building, so I'm confident that that won't be an issue. If in fact it would be an issue and we wouldn't have heat in the building, I can't imagine that we'd have school at that point. I guess advice for students and staff: if that happens, during a portion of the school day, wear your coat, dress warm, please. Okay.
If they don't work, would we shut off the heating systems in the classrooms, or should we, because I know last year sometimes they blew cold air.
Some of it's a ventilation system. If the heating system would go off, we'll shut them down in the classroom, probably evacuate the building, so leave the students home until the system is repaired. Don't look for that to happen, but that would be the case. The cool system, it's ventilation. It's pulling in fresh air from the outside and blowing it in the classrooms. Unfortunately, sometimes it is cool, especially in the winter.
Okay, thank you.
You're welcome. All right, ladies, have a good day, guys. Thank you. Appreciate it, guys.
Thanks to Mr. Martin, our questions are answered. The next segment is an Ask Annie column.
Ask Annie is an advice column that is completely anonymous. Every other Friday, she will try to answer as many appropriate questions as possible.
The folders are posted in the middle school hallways where you can leave your questions.
Now over to Annie.
Thanks, Mitchell and Alex. Okay, our first question of the day is from anonymous number 21. They wrote, "Dear Annie, lately I've been having troubles making some new friends. What should I do? My advice to you would be not to worry. Making new friends can be easier than you think. Find people with common interests. For instance, try joining a club or a sport. It may introduce you to new people that like the same things." Alright, next question is from anonymous number 23. The question for me is, how do I beat senioritis as a freshman? Well, unfortunately, the journey has just begun. Don't rush through high school and enjoy it while you can, because once it's over, you can never go back. You make a lot of good memories in this time of your life. Our last question for the day is from anonymous number 27. It says, "Dear Annie, one of my friends told my secret to a bunch of people. What should I do? I know some of hers. Should I spread them?" You poor thing. First of all, this person is not your friend. Even though they did that to you, you should be the bigger person and go your own way. If she keeps it up, she won't have any more good friends like you. Back to Mitchell and Alex.
Signing off from the Gap with your hosts, Mitchell and Alex.
Girls for the great gabbage. That's all we have for you today. Stay classy, Eisenhower.